Hey friends, let's watch a video together. Sorry if the volume on this original video is a little low, but it's kind of important. So let's watch a video together. And we're back. Mike Cernovich, Cernovich.com. Big tragedy right now in Paris. Burning. A lot of people are jumping to conclusions, although it looks like there's scaffolding going on, so it probably was an accident. We don't know right now. All right, so again, the audio on the video wasn't that great this morning, but if you're listening in, I did a video on the Paris fire today. I bet it was, pardon me. I did a video on the Paris fire today, and the first thing I said during the video was that the fire was almost certainly a accident. So here, let's look at the timestamp on all this. This is very important to look at timestamps. So this was over 5 hours ago. Let's watch what I said about the Paris fires together, and then I'll show what Buzzfeed said. So I'm going to show you what I said, and then let's go see what Buzzfeed said. Big tragedy right now in Paris. Burning. A lot of people are jumping to conclusions, although it looks like there's scaffolding going on, so it probably was an accident. We don't. So yes or no, did I say that the fire was probably accidental? Yes or no? Just real simple. Based on that video clip I showed you, and I know the audio wasn't great, yes or no, did I say that the fire in Paris was almost certainly accidental? It looks like there's just scaffolding quick yes or no, going on, so it probably was an accident. We don't know right now. No one really knows. But it's a sign of our times that everyone's head goes. So that was, of course, this morning when I did that video. And now let's go look at, what time is this? We're looking at things. What is the time on this stamp? This is an article I posted where I said, as I said, my streams, likely the Notre Dame fire was caused due to a welding spark. Something similar happened in Berkeley. What time is this tweet? What time is this tweet? We'll zoom in on this tweet here. Zoom in, zoom. Does everybody see the time of that tweet? Okay, I hope so. Okay. Now, what time is this tweet from Buzzfeed? Is the tweet from Buzzfeed before or after I tweeted out that article about the welding spark, right? Before or after? So, I mean, the time, before or after, right? So the timestamps are just really clear, right? Here's me at 12:04 p.m. Pacific time saying, as I said, my streams, likely the Notre Dame fire was caused due to a welding spark. Something similar happened in Berkeley, and I linked to an article, and here's the time. Here's Buzzfeed. It only took 2 hours for conspiracy theory from Cernovich to travel to Russia. Okay, well, let's look at the time of that tweet. Okay, so after that after I clearly posted the tweet, and my original stream, of course, was at much earlier today, right? The earlier stream here was here to talk about some stories. So for those keeping track at home, I did one stream where I said at 48 a.m. Pacific, I said, it looks like an accident. Here's why. Then I posted an article saying, hey, here's what I was talking about. Before I posted that article, I did another stream to talk about them. So this is the Washington Post. And in the stream, stories that are resurfacing in light of the fire today in Notre Dame. Now, I'm not saying they're connected. Some fake news reporter is going to try to claim that I'm saying they're connected, which I'm not. But these stories are resurfacing on the internet, and we're here to talk about them. So this is the Washington. So this is all time-stamped, right? This is documented. This isn't, oh, they said something about me. I mean, this is literally all time-stamped. 10:48 Pacific Standard Time. First 15 seconds of my stream. Looks like an accident. Things like this have happened before, right? I do another stream after that, 11:27 a.m., and in that stream, I say, oh, there's been some other church fires. These articles are resurfacing. I don't think they're connected, but I'm just, talking about this because this is a good time to talk about these issues, and they're resurfacing, okay? Then I tweet out after that stream, just so it's abundantly clear, as I said in my streams, plural, likely the Notre Dame fire was caused due to a welding spark, and that was tweeted out at 12:04 p.m., and then Buzzfeed, 1:16 p.m., Mike Cernovich, conspiracy theory, Russia. So this is not, they're fake news because they said something about me I didn't like. This is just timestamps, right? This is not the realm of subjectivity. This is not the realm of, well, Cernovich said this thing, but he really meant another thing. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Will. This is just literally documented evidence. Here's me saying, hey, in case you didn't, in case you think there's something bad going on, probably not this, right? 12:04 p.m., 1:15 p.m., then they're saying I spread conspiracy theories, even though here's the stream I did hours ago, 2 streams, right? Both streams, I said, I don't think it was terrorism. I think that it was something else, but I did point out that there were fires in churches happening because that's just legitimately true. It's just objectively true, and the media hasn't really paid much attention to those reports. And when I talked about the church fires, I talked about stories in Washington Post. Oh, there's all these things happening. And I even said it wasn't probably Islamic. I did. Not only was I so dead on the facts, but I was even telling people, hey, it looks like there's a lot of satanic stuff because Muslims wouldn't put a crucifix and poop and draw satanic symbols. That isn't what they would do. And so I said, hey, looks like it was an accident. There are these other fires happening, not connected to this, but now's a good time to talk about it because the media's ignored it. Oh, and by the way, there was satanic symbols posted, so it doesn't even have anything to do with Islam. So I'm actually fighting Islamophobia, literally fighting Islamophobia, telling the absolute truth, disclaiming everything I say, and they still make it up. And that's where we are in the news ecosystem, where that's where we are. It isn't even what I said now. They're like, well, you're recharacterizing things. So one, they're trying to claim now that because I linked to it, I even said satanic symbols and shredded stashes. This is the Washington Post, right? So, and this is the Washington Post from April 2nd, 2 weeks ago. So if you now report on what the Washington Post is saying, then you're spreading conspiracy theories even when you say there's nothing to indicate they're connected and that they're probably not even connected, but that these stories have been ignored and they shouldn't be ignored anymore. Again, the timestamps are just all right there. This isn't the realm of maybe kind of sort of who really knows. This is just the realm of here's when I tweeted it. Here's what time I tweeted it, 10:48 PST. Northern Dame fire, probably an accident. I zoomed in on the scaffolding. 12:04 p.m. And then, of course, I did the second video. What time to do the second video? The second video I did 11:27 a.m. So I did 2 videos and at least 1 article. And now they're saying hours after it happened that I'm spreading conspiracy theories. So this is just really the nonsense that you have to deal with every day, where it isn't just that they're biased. It's just they're just lying. They're lying about what I said and what I didn't say. You can't even trust. When they report what I said, you can't even trust that. It used to be, well, maybe they'll take you out of context. Maybe they'll chop things up. Maybe they'll, mischaracterize. No, they're just lying. It's just a lie. It's a lie about what I said and what I didn't say. And the timestamps prove it. 2 videos, at least 1 tweet, probably more tweets. I tweet a lot. So this is not, reasonable minds can differ and people of good faith can differ. No, it just isn't. It's me saying, as I said in my streams, could have been a welding spark. Here is a big fire in Berkeley, 12:04 p.m., 1:16 p.m. Cernovich is spreading conspiracy theories, and this in Russia now. Russia. This is the Trump derangement, Cernovich derangement syndrome, the Russia derangement syndrome. And again, here's me in the audio, the relevant clip. You can watch the full Periscope. Burning. A lot of people are jumping to conclusions, although it looks like there's scaffolding going on, so it probably wasn't. So I zoom in on the scaffolding. Probably an accident. Probably a construction. I zoom in. Burning. A lot of people are jumping to conclusions, although it looks like there's scaffolding going on, so it probably was an accident. We don't know right now. No one really knows. But it's a sign of our... So that's where we are. And again, you can watch all these Periscopes and everything else for yourself. So the main reason I bring this up is just to show you where we are in terms of media today. We're beyond the point where it's just biased. Because we're all biased. I'm biased. I'm going to interpret things differently than other people. We're so beyond that point. We're now at the point where even if you say, hey, I'm not saying this, they'll go, oh, he said this. We're at the point where they just fabricate what you said. They just outright lie about what you said. They just complete and total fake and fabrication. That's the state of the media today. Is Snopes going to fact check this guy? Are people, is Oliver Darcy and Brian Stelter going to say, wow, BuzzFeed, they're lying. We need to really get a handle on this fake news stuff. We need to, control this misinformation. They'll all pretend like it didn't happen, right? They all watch me. That's what I think is funny too. They all watch me. They all watch every little thing I do. Do you think I must be the most virtuous man in the world because they watch every little thing I tweet and they have to make stuff up, fabricate stuff. So this is, again, just yet another reminder. You can't believe anything because they're not just going to, and by the way, by me calling an accident, I'm angering my own base, right? That's one of the ironies of all this stuff is I'm showing moral leadership by telling people it's probably just an accident. It's a sign of the times that people often rush more, but you shouldn't rush to judgment. So my people want to hear me say, give me the red meat. They want me to serve them up red meat and, say all this other stuff. And I'm here saying it doesn't look like terrorism. And if it was, it doesn't look Islamic. It looks like the satanic stuff that is happening in all these other churches. The desecration of churches happening all over Paris. So I'm going against my own base. I'm not even getting clicks out of this. I'm getting anti-clicks. My base is saying, well, how do you know? And Cernovich, is it true you're a Muslim and you married a Muslim and all this other stuff? So not only are they lying about what I'm saying, but I'm doing a good thing by telling people, hey, just calm down for a second. I don't think it's this. Now, if it does happen to be something else, then I'll be the first person to report it. But even if you're honest, even if you do the right thing, they're going to target you. Now, there's a lesson to that. People then say, well, they're going to lie about you, Cernovich, anyway, so just go be a bad person. But I don't want to be a bad person. I don't want to be a fabulous like them. So they're going to keep lying about me, and I'm just going to keep coming back with the truth. But let this be a lesson to all of you watching on social media. It's not what you say. They'll lie about things. So you have to be really careful what you say. You better have timestamps for everything. You better have a timestamp for everything. And if you think they could mischaracterize you, make sure you're saying specifically, I'm saying I don't think it's A. Other people claim it might be A. I think they are wrong, rather than just come forward and use it in a way that they can chop it up and make it look like you're saying something you're not. Because that's where we're at right now. Just fabrication, outright lies. You can say, I'm not saying A, and they'll go, oh, he said A, but they don't clip the video. They don't show the video. They show a screen grab up and they go, oh, Russia, some kind of Russian collusion. So this is why I tell people who want to get this media world that it isn't what you say, it's what they can frame you for saying. It's not just what you say, it's what they can frame you for saying, or they can frame your followers for saying if you don't even like. That's where we are, friends. But I will keep speaking truth to power. I will keep calling out the fake news. And I'll keep doing it with a smile on my face. Do I look mad to you? Right? Because that's another thing they'll say. If they report on this, they'll go, Cernovich in a outrage-laced tirade, incited mean people, right? They'll do this whole thing, but they'll never show the video. Do I look angry? Am I mildly annoyed? Yes. I was smoking a cigar, relaxing. I work every day. I work 7 days a week. If I'm lucky, I can have a cookout with people and take 6 hours off. So I work every day of the week. So when I can get away and have a cigar for lunch, I just want to sit down and have a cigar. And then people are texting me, oh, yeah, they're trying to get you banned from social media again, and they're lying about what you said, so I have to put my cigar down. So I'm definitely not outraged. I'm annoyed, for sure. So as an olive branch, see, there's somebody here going, you're obviously mad. As an olive branch, I will offer the BuzzFeed reporter, he may buy me a cigar. We will have a cigar lunch because he ruined my lunch over this nonsense. So I will let him, as a good gesture of goodwill, I'll go and I'll get an espresso. I'll buy the espresso, and he can buy a cigar. Nothing too expensive. A Fuente R54, I think I had a double Robusto, I think it's called. So I want a double Robusto Fuente R58. We'll have some espresso. And just quit lying about people, man. It's not cool. It's not doing you any good, right? It's not doing anybody any good to lie about people because it discredits the entire BuzzFeed operation. It discredits your colleagues. Because what people think is they go, oh, BuzzFeed, they're lying about Cernovich. Everything they must say is a lie. So if you're a BuzzFeed reporter, all you've done now by lying about me to get you a little dig in to try to get something about Russia, you've now discredited everybody you work with. Their stories now are going to be less likely to be believed. So I don't need like a super formal apology or anything. We'll have a cigar, drink an espresso. We'll call it even. Thanks for watching. Mike Cernovich, CERNOVICH.com, Cernovich.com. Buzzfeed, you owe me a cigar, but I'll buy the espresso. But I do want that Fuente. Double Robusto. I think it's an R54. But don't fact check me on that and say, well, it's an R48, right? So I'm telling you right now, I think it's an R54. I think a double Robusto. But I'm leaving room for that. So thanks for watching. Mike Cernovich, Cernovich.com.